The passengers are having a great time.
It's lovely and peaceful.
Oh, no! Watch out!
Are you all right, Miss Monkey?
Baby Bunting wasn't being mean. He was just playing.
The trouble is, most of you animals aren't used to the snow. Oh, it's all right for you, but an animal from the jungle hasn't got enough fur to keep warm in the snow.
Oh, no! It's all going wrong.
Well, you can see the problem. The penguin and the polar bear have got enough feathers and fur to keep them warm. But the animals from the warmer places, well, they're freezing. Next time the passengers go outside, what do you think the plan should be?
All right. The passengers need some clothes to keep them warm. But I think you'll have to help them get organized.
Better make sure there's enough clothes for everybody.
Yes, and keep a record of how many clothes they've all got.
Well, it probably is a good idea to keep an eye on how many bits of clothing the passengers are borrowing. A bit like borrowing books from a library, isn't it? So, the number crew are getting it all sorted by making cards for each passenger. There you go. And now the number crew can write down how many bits of clothing that passenger has borrowed.
Right, Ms. Monkey, how many items of clothing?
1, 2, 3.
3. We'll keep your card here for you.
And now you can go out and play.
With their extra bits of clothing on, the passengers could have a really good time. Go on, go fetch. Go fetch. Well, that's fine then. The passengers are all outside enjoying themselves and keeping warm. Mind you, things never run smoothly for long on the SS Mathematical. What do you think the problem might be when the passengers go back inside? Now the passengers are back inside. Whew, they're too hot.
You'd think they'd have the sense to take their clothes off.
Bradley, they're only animals.
I think they're mucking about.
Well, next time they come back inside, we'd better make sure they get undressed properly.
So, the next time the monkey comes back in, how many bits of clothing has she got to take off? Remember how many bits she put on? There's the monkey, and she put on 3 bits of clothing. So, easy question. 3 bits on, how many bits to come off?
Take off 1, 2. Anything we've forgotten? 3.
Right, the monkey's back to normal.
Okay. I'll write on the back of the card how many bits of clothing the monkey has to take off when she comes back in. 3. Same number as we put on when she went out.
It was bound to be the same number. Wasn't it?
Well, what do you think? If you add on 3 bits of clothing to go out, there's the monkey, plus 3, you're going to have to take away 3 bits of clothing to get the monkey back to normal. So if you add on and then take away again, do you always end up where you were before? I know. Let's find out on the number line. Right then. So, what number are we starting from on the number line? 6. Mind you, it doesn't really matter. This should work starting from any number. But I'll tell you what, first of all, we're going to add on 4. So, here we go. 6 plus 4 is... yeah, 10. There you go. Now, if we reverse the card, we also reverse the car. So, 10 take away the 4 is 6. We're back to 6. I'll tell you what, let's try it with a bigger number. Ladies and gentlemen, your friend and mine, they don't come much bigger than this. Number 10! All right, number 10. Okay, 6 and 10. Are you ready? 6 plus 10 is 16. There it is, 16. Now, if we reverse the card, we reverse the car. So here we go. 16, take away 10 is 6 again. You see, we're back to 6. So it looks like if you add a number and then subtract the same number, you end up exactly as before.
When you're in the number car and you are driving, here's the thing of which you can be sure. Go forward in the car, then reverse it just as far, and you finish up exactly as before. If there's a lot of creatures on an iceberg, here's the thing of which you can be sure. Whatever you add on, subtract it, and it's gone. And you finish up exactly as before. Yes, whatever you add on, subtract it, and it's gone. And you finish up exactly as before.
So, if you take away what you added, you end up where you started. This is what it looks like. 12 plus 4 equals 16. Now, if we take away the 4, we're back to where we started. 12. Let's see the living numbers do it.
If you're a living number doing adding, here's the thing of which you can be sure. If you add and then subtract, it will always take you back, and you finish up exactly as before. If you're a living number doing adding, here's the thing of which you can be sure. Whatever you add on, subtract it, and it's gone. And you finish up exactly as before. Yes, whatever you add on, subtract it, and it's gone. And you finish up exactly as before.
So there you are. Add it on, take it off. Add it on, take it off. And you end up where you were. Nice cards, these, aren't they? Actually, the penguin and the polar bear want one as well, even though they don't need any extra clothes to keep them warm.
Perhaps we could write something on the card.
All right, then. What?